Hello and welcome to Pony Report. I'm Ophi Alicorn, and today I would like to be talking about the two Equestria Girls movies. Don't leave, don't leave, don't leave. Now, before I can talk about the first movie, let's talk about the movie. Shut up. Back when season three had ended in the fall, we started to see fan art of the Equestria Girls movie. And what was the fandom's reaction? Ah! Good God, these are hideous! What are they? And we wrote it off as awful, shameful, just garbage. And it got so bad that I heard that some of the staff stopped working on it. And it's like, what the fuck, people? What the fuck? Now, let me just get something out of the way first. I'm still talking about the movie, but I I like both movies. Now, since we're starting with the first, I understand the hesitation. That I understand why some people don't like the movie. I really do. I get it. Um, it looks, it's still good in my opinion, uh, but it's not awful. It's not the worst thing in the fandom. Those would be, well, that would be Twy and me. Don't ever fucking read that shite. Now, with that out of the way, let us journey into the magical mirror. This is Equestria Girls the movie. So we start off with Twilight and Company in the Crystal Empire, and Pinkie Pie voices everyone's concern. Nervous sighted. Trust me, we'll get into her later in the movie. And so after they arrive, Rarity comes does the whole drama queen thing, and he's like, Twilight, why are you wearing your crown in public? Oh! And um, sorry, just people talking in the background. Um, so after they so after a Transformers reference done by Pinkie Pie, they arrive at the castle and are promptly sent to bed by Princess Celestia. Later that night, a thief. Well, later that night, we have yet a wonderful demonstration of how incompetent the royal guards are at their dang job. A plus, guys. A plus. But anyway, the thief, unknown to us at this time, quite successfully maneuvers into Twilight's bedroom. This is for some kind of a princess summit that, or something. Yeah, a royal summit. Sorry. Yeah. Um. So later that night, like I said, the thief sneaks into the bedroom of Twilight Sparkle, and steals the crown and replaces the crown with a replica, and almost knocks the lamp over, but it's caught with the magic, revealing the thief in question is in fact a unicorn. And so after Spike wakes up, conveniently the thief stays right there um, for dramatic effect. Dramatic effect. Yeah. Twilight wakes up and says, "She took my crown. She took my crown." Um, and after a pretty good chase scene, we find out that this new unicorn might be just as skilled as Twilight Sparkle, and thus and after they run down the hallway, um, while Twilight yells, "She stole my crown!" The main six join this fight, and Twilight ends up tackling her, sending the crown bouncing all over the room until it goes through a magic mirror that we never knew about before. How convenient. Um, and as and then and 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 after Twilight asks, "Who was that?" it is revealed to us that she is Celestia's former student. Now this goes right back to what I was saying. While I still do like the movie, I admit it's very clumsy in its execution at times. It's very rushed, feels rushed, but guys, there's no way anyone can look at this movie and say, no effort was put into this movie at all. No, they clearly put effort. It was just rushed. And you got that. Even looking at the trailer now, I can tell, yeah, Megan was like, here you guys go. What do you think? But there is effort put into the story. And this brings up a question, well, one of the questions that Silver Quill brought up in his review. How many students has Celestia? How many students has she had over the millennia? Because it seems like Twilight and Sunset weren't the only two that we have. Maybe. Oh, and for the record, and so it is decided that Twilight has to go after Sunset Shimmer in order to take the crown. Without it, as Cadence points out, Equestria is left with one of its most powerful defenses. And Twilight's friends offer to go help steal it back, but this brings me to one of the movie's strengths, that um, that I oh, this brings me to because who knows what would happen if both sets of main six were in the same world together. We don't know what would happen. Oh no, this is once again, this isn't alcohol. I'm classier than that. This is Mountain Dew Solar Flare, where you can buy it now wherever it is. So, and Princess Celestia goes into detail about how this this world would be thrown into utter chaos if her friends went in there with Twilight to help her steal the crown. Um, and with that, I can understand that. I can respect it. But that doesn't stop Spike from going in after her. And once they Twilight and Spike go through the mirror, Twilight wakes up and she reenacts the audience, the fandom's, and she reenacts Michael when he sees me at with my 4 o'clock shadow on and a capri vest. I can only. Oh my god, what? Dude, makes no sense. So anyway, she screams, and yeah, I would scream too if I woke up in a if I had a new body and that I was not accustomed to. Um, and understandably, but Spike quickly rallies her together and says, "We have to go get the crown back in 3 days, otherwise the portal will close, and they'll be stuck there for 2.5 years. I think 2.5 years." So she quickly gallops up like a pony. She's not a pony in this world. She's a human. It's like Spike is like, Twilight. Yeah. Pay attention to your surroundings. And this brings me to yet another good strength of this movie. During season 3 and 4, Spike was treated like the butt of jokes. Yeah, he wasn't given the care and concern that a lot that some people think he should receive, and I understand that as like, dude, writers, and especially in season 4, it's like, come on, you guys, Spike saved the Crystal Empire. God, like he has some dignity. Treat him with some damn dignity. And it really does show in this movie because he is the voice of reason for Twilight, and which really, even if you don't like the movie, which voice I understand, it's got problems, but even voice has to admit, if and when he sees it, he has to admit that was one of the strengths that this movie has is Spike's, is the way Megan McCarthy wrote Spike, the dog. Yes, Spike apparently is a dog in this universe. Um, hmm. Yeah, it's kind of an extreme transition from a reptile to a mammal. Although apparently dragons don't hibernate, as we learned in season 5 with Tanks for the Memories. So, dragons are warm-blooded even though they're reptiles? I digress. And so Twilight is stumbling around like she is. You would too if you had grown up with walking on 4 legs and suddenly had to walk on 2 legs. So she wobbles around like she's on stilts. And when she gets to the door, she swings her head open and walks flat right into it. And I admit, was one of the couple laughs I got out of the movie. Twilight doing a face plant. and she knows that her magic isn't working, so we will come back to that. And once Twilight gets inside the school. Yeah, this is another point I have to bring up. in the trailers, it was revealed to us that that's right. This is a high school movie. Yeah, high school movie. And so a lot of people in the fandom groan, oh, God, a high school movie. Yeah, you could pretty much take what the whole plot was going to be from that one trailer alone of the first movie. So anyway, and she has to she has to convince the school classroom or the school that she's worth winning prom queen. You know, so that type of story. Um, and she has to beat Sunset Shimmer in 3 days to get the crown back. And we will get back to this later. So after an okay song number where she looks around, takes notes of how the human world uh, works, and it's like, okay, this is what to do, what not to do, etc., etc. She runs into Sunset Shimmer bullying Fluttershy. Jeez, I feel bad for her. Like, no matter what dimension she lives in, she's always getting stepped on like a doormat. Excuse me. So after she bravely stands up to Fluttershy, Sunset Shimmer and her have a little face off. And this brings me to this brings me to one of my original thoughts when I first saw the movie. Um, the way she meets the Humane Five, I'm going to not shut up. Um, it feels much more natural and it flows a lot better than how she met the main six and her and Equestria. It doesn't feel as contrived. So I really did like that segment, the way she meets the Humane Five. So okay, I lost my train of thought. See what it's doing to me. Um, so as she tries, it turns out Sunset Shimmer has minions in this movie and in this world. Guess who they are? That's right, Snips and Snails. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Do I really have? And one of the other things, we'll get into Brad later, although you know who I'm talking about, guys. Brad. Anyway, Brad is the only one who this whole movie could have been done without him. He is a very worthless character. He is not needed. Um, in this story, it's just a generic. He's a generic, perfect love interest. There's not a dang thing wrong with the guy. It. He was completely unneeded. Oh well. He helped prove Twilight was innocent. Yeah, but come on, you guys. Anyone else of the Humane Five could have done that. Yeah, so this brings me to one of the one of the reasons why this movie is feels weak is because of Flash Century, and yeah, who cares about them? So and and we learned that Twilight has signed up for prom queen, and yeah, so she has to get the crown back, and yeah, and now Sunset Shimmer starts to do cyberbullying, which apparently Talat High doesn't give a crap about apparently, which is odd because um yeah, cyberbullying is a huge issue in this day and age. And so we see so Sunset Shimmer sends Snips and Snails after to spy on Twilight to get some dirt on her. And we see Twilight in a library. Now one of my yeah, never mind, that's not important. And she uses a computer. And here's one of the other strengths of the movie, and how that, and I did get a laugh out of this. I'm on a good, I'm on a computer, not utilizing these whatsoever. I'm clapping. Hello, Twilight. You have fingers. Use them. But anyway, this goes viral the next morning, and that's when we meet the others. Rarity, Apple. We met Applejack the day before. Rarity, Applejack, Rainbow Dash, Fluttershy. Rarity, I think I already mentioned her. Yeah, I mentioned her already. And Twilight goes to Rainbow Dash for help. And not surprisingly, she's the captain of every single sports team there. A big shock. Rainbow Dash is a competitive pony in person. And she's a competitive pony in Equestria, so it would only make sense to that she is in the sports in the human world. And oh my god. She said that she will help Twilight if she can beat her at soccer. And it goes about as well as you would think. Epic fail of the century! Although, actually, we learn out in this world that Twilight is very good at doing face plants. Whomp! Into, onto the ground, in the door, on cement. Spoilers. And, um, And so after that scene, we go back um, to the the next day where everyone is making fun of her. After that, yeah, after I'm sorry, this is I'm sorry this review is just like this. I guess it's just talking about the movie, but anyway, the after that scene we have the best song in this movie. Help Twilight win the crowd. Crown. Sorry. LSD, Lindsay stutter disease. That's me. And that gets everyone to vote for her. And but Sunset, but unpronounced to everyone in the cafeteria, Sunset Shimmer no like you. And so she sets up the scene that I already talked about earlier with Flash Century, proven Twilight innocence, yada yada yada. so it get so after Flash Century proves Twilight's innocence again. Anyone else could have done that for him, but no, we need to follow a formulaic storyline. Mountain Dew, not part of a balanced breakfast. So after that, so after an okay song number. Yeah, that's another thing. The songs, with the exception of the cafeteria song, all sound the same. They sound the same. But again, Daniel Ingram, everyone involved did put effort into this movie. They really did work hard. It's just the effort was clumsy and it seemed rushed. So after the the gym is all taken care of, the students are voting for Twilight. She, no surprise, wins prom queen. However, all is not what it seems at Canterlot High. For Sunset Shimmer ends up has sent Snips and Snails to kidnap Spike for ransom. Now, I want to talk about Sunset Shimmer. A lot of people have said she's a terrible villain. She's not very interesting. Her motives are beyond weak. Guys, King Sombra is the worst villain this show has ever had. So I have a list of all the villains the show has had thus far, and Sunset Shimmer easily makes up for King Sombra, or King Rainbow as I like to call him. Let me tell you why. Sunset Shimmer has the home field advantage. She knows this world like the back of her hand. She knows how to get under people's skin, and well, I didn't go as far as vandalism. I was a douche in high school, but so she's not the greatest villain. That honor belongs to T-Rex, but yeah, she makes up for King Rainbow by an order of several magnitude. So after Twilight runs out of, so with that out of the way, Twilight runs out into the, excuse me, she runs out into the where Sunset Shimmer is with a sledgehammer, and she gives the notorious threat of either give me the crown or never go home. Now, a lot of people have brought up um, this complaint. Well, that's stupid. The mirror that sledgehammer would have just gone through the portal and hit one of the others. Now, Silver Quill actually did this part of my review excellent. If you just want my response to that, go check his review out. Type in Silver Quill. He gives my exact same thoughts on that without even knowing it. So, awesome review, Silver Quill. And this is the part where I have to commend Twilight for saying Equestria will find a way to the will Equestria will find a way to defend itself without me. This place will not. Now I have to commend Twilight for this. She's been in this world 3 days, and it really shows how far Twilight has come as a person. I'm wrong with that. She is willing to stay in a world where she does not belong. She knows almost nothing about, and she is willing to stay in that world to protect it, and that is commendable. Twilight, good on you. You go, girl. And so it gets to the point where Sunset Shimmer says, "Fuck it. I'm just gonna play this dirty." I, so she tackles Twilight, and they end up they end up playing a game of keep away. Only in My Little Pony does that work. But however, apparently Twilight doesn't look behind her. She throws it. She throws it haphazardly, and and Sunset Shimmer gets a crown, and she's all excited. Yes, more power than I can ever dream of. She puts it on, and and after and after a very excellent, very creepy transformation, I like this. Ah! Let me tell you a little story. I, the night before this was streamed online, and a big thank you to everyone who streams it on streams My Little Pony stuff online. Malin- Maliminous Faith, thank you. Without you doing what you do, I could not watch My Little Pony when it's on. And that's a big shout out to everyone who streams it. You guys do a terrific job. Keep up the good work. So anyway, after that, so yeah, back to the story. I saw the for the last 15 minutes on this. The quality was not too good because the person was apparently filming this in a theater. Yeah. Yeah, say that all you want, theaters. It doesn't, movie theaters don't record this. It's like, yeah, say that all you like. That does not keep people from doing it. So anyway, I knew what was going to happen, and I got goosebumps. Yes, this movie, this the climax actually frightened me. Yes, and what does Sunset Shimmer turn into? Well, how do I put this? Ah, yes. She looks like the love child. Not, yeah, she looks like the love child of Dracula from Van Helsing. Dracula from the Van Helsing movie, and my ex-girlfriend Megan Dodge. If you lit that thing on fire. So yeah, that was really, really creepy. I know a lot of people have complained about the climax of the first movie, but people, it's a lot better than the climax in Rainbow Rocks. I'll get back to that. So anyway, after Sunset Shimmer in her demon form brainwashes all of the students, she reveals a plan that she wants Equestria, and she is gonna go storm Equestria looking like that thing that I mentioned just a moment ago. And yeah, with an army of brainwashed teenagers. She's going to overthrow Celestia. Okay, Sunset Shimmer, if you're watching this, what was the plan? What was the plan exactly? Yes, me and my army of brainwashed teenagers are going to take out the Alec, um, all three princesses, the main six, and the main six. Although given this, although given how competent her, the princess's security is, I have zero doubt in my mind that they would be able to win. Come on, they're not good at their job. The Royal Guard are not good at their job. They suck at it. But this doesn't last for long. I'll wrap this up. This doesn't last for long as Twilight in the main six go into the hybrid forms. Geez, the guys are even. Geez, wait, are these ponies or people? Gee, they're even worse at identifying species than Eliora is. Oh yeah, I went there, Eliora, and I earned it. Come on. There is a difference between a jaguar and a cheetah. I want everyone who sees this video to go and complain about it. Yeah. I know, I gotta piss her off somehow because she's somewhere and I'm in Maine. So what's she gonna do? She knows what I look. If she sees this, she knows what I look like. But anyway, Sunset Shimmer gets defeated after tasting the rainbow, motherfucker, and she sees the error of her ways and she repents and she has the last dance with oh my god. She goes through the mirror, it closes, she meets back up with the main six, and Celestia asks Sunset Shimmer, is she alright? And Twilight then replies, I left her in good hands. To which Rainbow Dash responds, what are hands? Seriously? Gilda? Discord? Spike? You don't know what hands are? Hello! And so that was Equestria Girls. Yeah, well, it's a good one. Well, well, it is one of my favorite movies. I will admit, it's very rushed. It's got a lot of clunky moments. The songs sound generic, with the exception of helping Twilight win the crown. That's my favorite song in the movie. So yeah, I understand the complaints towards it. It's not a perfect movie. But hey, made us have made a sequel a lot better. So that was Equestria, My Little Pony Equestria Girls. Oh, and before anyone asks, yes, the remix of the intro is awesome. That's another great highlight of the movie. Which, speaking of movies, which leads me into Equestria Girls 2, Rainbow Rocks. That I will do another video on. Sometime. But this is OC Alicorn, and I want to show you people something. My book, My Roommate is a Vampire 2, The Revenge of Silver Streak is all done. I'm going to try and get it uploaded to the online world, so Oh, and you guys, you guys have my permission to turn this into an audiobook. Go, go check out the original. It is one of my favorite fan fictions. So yeah, and I am working on, and I have an, and I have 8 more My Little Pony fanfic planned. Read those when they get uploaded. This is OC Alicorn, swanning off.